Hi, this is Simon. This is going to be how to solve the Rubik's clock. So basically there's two parts to this puzzle. So there's the pins, which have two orientations. It can either be up or down in comparison to you. So this would be down and up. And then each quadrant has a different wheel, and depending on what pins are up will affect what moves. So if this one's up and you move this wheel, all the clock faces that are touching it will move with it. Similarly, if these two are up and you move this one, then all the faces that are touching these two pins, so all of this and all of this, will move together, leaving only these two not moving. So that's the basic principle. So how we actually solve it is we want to get everything facing 12 on both sides. To do this, we first are going to solve across, facing 12 on one side, flip over, and do the same thing, and then solve the corners, and then it will be solved. So if you've never taken apart a clock, basically the edges, we'll call these middle ones edges, are separate. So this will be hard to show. This one's 12, and if I move it to 1, it doesn't actually affect this one, even though I'm moving this one back and forth. But the corners, this one's here, you can see that it moves both of them. So now that you have this basic knowledge, we can get to solving it. So the first thing we want to do is determine a pin order. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the pin order that I first learned, but it really doesn't matter. You just want to do the same thing every time. So for this one, we start with bottom left, and then we want to combine the centerpiece with this top edge. So by doing this, we just move this wheel on the bottom and connect them together. So after bottom left, we want to go top right, and then connect these two with this one on the left, like this. Then we want to go to the top left pin and connect these three with this fourth one, like so. Then we want to put the left two pins up and connect it to the fourth edge. So now that we have our cross made, we can put these three pins up and we'll move it to 12, which in this case is facing the top. Once we do that, we're going to have 3 pins left over, and then we want to flip it over, and this will lead us to the bottom left pin up again, which is our starting orientation. So we're good. So similarly, we want to match this one to this, then top right, sorry, and then these two are here, top left, these 3 here, left 2, connect it here, and then once again we'll put this one back up, so we have these 3 pins. But now this is different because we don't want to move to 12 now, because we have to solve the corners still. So now what we want to do is move the cross to the same shape as the open corner. So right now in this orientation, this is the open corner because this pin is down, so we want to match everything to there. Then we're going to move to this one. Now we want to move everything to this one's orientation, so it's already done. Then we want to move to this one, do the same thing, it's already done. And then finally we want top right down, we're going to move everything to its position. Then once everything is solved, we want to put all 4 pins up, then we can move it to 12, and we successfully solved the Rubik's clock. Now that we know what we're doing, I'm going to do a slow solve so you can see it happening. And just like that, you've solved the Rubik's clock.